Good evening, risers and prosperity builders. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing night. I hope that you guys are thankful for the blessings that to wake up in the morning and to see another dawning day. Listen, guys, today is like no other day, just that I am tired. But welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placide. I am your kind hostess, Cindy Placide. Now, guys, let me just go ahead and edit that privacy because I need Facebook to hear what I am saying. Noah, please be quiet. I am on the live. Okay, honey? All right. So, Noah, please be quiet. I am on the live. You all know my son. My son is gonna do what he's gonna do no matter what. So let me just make sure that my privacy is to the public and not only me. Okay, there we go. Okay, risers, I am here. All right. So, guys, listen. Today happens to be 10th, 5th, 2023, and it is a new month. It is a new day, and this month is a very special month for me. As you all know, guys, I am a poet, author, advocate, an advocate for mental illness, advocate for suicide prevention, an advocate for dwarfism, and also cancer. I also advocate for domestic violence and sexual assault and abuse. I am a mother of, for those of you who just getting to know me, I am a mother of some amazing kids. I even forget how many I have, but I have so many. I claim so many. But I birthed three of them, one deceased, and I have a beautiful daughter-in-law. Okay, so thank you so much for being on Poetry and Perspective with Placid. It is always an honor to be here with you on the show and to be able to share my views and to be able to share my opinions and to listen to a beautiful guest. Tonight we have a very, very special guest with us, and in observance of so many activities this month, we're going to have some very special guests. But let me tell you this. First of all, I want to tell you that this month of October, there are so many observances. Okay, this month we are observing. Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. We are observing domestic violence. Okay, domestic violence. And tonight here with us a wonderful, wonderful woman who is going to be able to tell us her story. For also those of you who do not know, domestic violence is very, very rampant around the world. So many female as well as male are going through domestic violence issues, and so we need to address this. We need to let people know that it is something that has basically become an epidemic, and it is growing every single day. And so even if we observe it this month, it is always something that is at the forefront of everybody. But without further ado, I want to bring my special guest online because guys, I haven't ready for tonight yet, but you know what? It's gonna be okay. I am going to bring my special guest on tonight. Her name is Gina Janine Hall, all the way from Chicago, and so we're gonna be talking about domestic violence. But first, I'm going to bring her on the screen so she could tell you about herself. Are you ready, Janine?
I am ready. There I
Hello.
am. Hey!
You are a mess. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am so wonderful. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing okay. We only seeing your hair, Janine. We're not seeing your face.
Yeah, I'm trying I gotta wait till my car get cut back on so I can hear you through the car speaker.
Okay.
I
All
got a
right.
bootleg cell phone. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So Janine, how
Uh
are you? So since you're not ready, share a few things with the guests, and then we're going to get you on. Okay, for you to tell us your story. Okay.
okay.
All right. So guys, this month is, like I said, it is domestic. Lord have mercy. It is it is domestic violence, okay, awareness month. And as we know, there are so many people who are there are so many people who are facing domestic. Hold on a second, my computer is starting to act crazy. Guys, listen to me. I am gonna get so mad at Mr. Slides. Um, my slides are giving me problems. But give me 1 second. You know me, I'm gonna say what it is, how it is, when it is, and I don't care. Okay, so okay, yes. So okay, and there we go. Yeah. So as I said, September, October has so many things that have been brought, or awarenesses, so many things that are observed, and this month is no exception. And this month we're gonna look at, we're gonna tonight we're gonna talk about domestic violence. I am so sorry, I'm all over the place tonight, but I'll get it together. Don't worry. You all know how I do. Okay, so it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and there's yes. Do I have my slide as? Let me see. Yes. Yes, there we go. Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I finally got it, guys. And there are so many of us who are going through situations we don't even want to talk about. We are, we are, we are in. A lot of us are in silence, and we don't want to talk about domestic violence. We don't want to let the world know what we are going through. But you may ask yourself, what is domestic violence? Okay, and let me tell you, this domestic violence, also called domestic domestic abuse, also called domestic violence, can be defined as a partner or be a pattern of behavior in a relationship that is very, very destructive. Okay, a lot of people face domestic violence, so it is a pattern of behavior that's very destructive, and it is where is used to gain power or gain or maintain power or control over an intimate partner. Okay, abuse is physical, sexual, emotional, economical, psychological actions or threats or actions of that influence on another person. It can happen to any of us, any race, gender, um any faith-based affiliation, whatever it is. Domestic violence can happen to all of us. Okay, so listen, guys, I am going to bring. I'm not sure if Janine is ready. If you let me know, Janine, I'm gonna bring Janine on so we could discuss this a little further. She's gonna tell a little bit about the story. I'm gonna sit back and listen, share very few questions, and then we are going to get on here. Janine, are you ready?
Line in. Please say a command.
Bluetooth audio.
Okay. So one of the other things that we are aware of is are you here, Janine? My internet is really acting crazy. So let me see who we have on the line. Okay. Oh, are you ready, Janine?
I am ready. I'm trying to get.
All right, she's not ready. Okay. Let me say hello to my guests, Shaman H. Emmanuel and Malisha Mathurin. How are you doing? You are watching. So as I was saying, guys, I'm trying to follow this. As I was saying, she's not ready yet. As I was saying, and I'm gonna text me, Janine. If you are watching, text me when you are ready. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. We celebrate Creole Heritage Month, okay? And Creole Heritage Month is a very special month for us as St. Lucians. And it is where we celebrate our culture, our Creole culture. You know, a lot of people do not know that St. Lucians have two languages. We speak English and we speak Creole, okay? They call it Creole. We speak Creole, and it is absolutely a very, sexy language, very sexy. Okay, and we we um we celebrate our food, our dances, our cultural heritage, and be proud of it. And my computer is not is acting up again, Lord, guys. Oh Lord, I am so through with this computer. I'm so through with this internet. I want to throw something away. Can you help me? I want to throw something away right now. Oh Lord. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do better, guys, and I'm gonna have to invest some money in some things because it's not working for me tonight. Here, it's not working for me. We're having so many technical difficulties. Janine, are you ready now? Are you stable where you can talk and you are ready and we don't have to see your ears? I can't hear you, Janine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk. So yes, it is Creole Heritage Month in Saint Lucia. We celebrate our Creole heritage, where we have the beautiful, the dances and the food and whatnot. And so it is such an amazing, amazing event. And Saint Lucians all over the globe, wherever we are, we we uh we celebrate Creole Heritage Month with amazing, amazing things. I will show you some photos as the month goes by, and probably next week, we're gonna have some amazing photos where we're gonna talk about our food and our culture and everything. But tonight, I'm gonna make sure that Janine is okay. I'm gonna remove this off the screen so that I can get Janine with us because I need to start this live. Okay, so I need to start this conversation with her. Let's go. Are you ready, Janine?
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. I
All
can
right.
hear you too. Let's go.
Awesome. Okay. So somebody. Okay. All right. So as we know, like you said, is October is domestic violence awareness. And as you see, I'm wearing my what? See, I didn't have purple. I'm wearing my purple.
I see you. I see
I have to represent,
you.
lady. I have to represent. Okay. So
You
please
don't
tell us.
graduated. I see you.
Yeah. So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, say hey everybody. I'm Janine. I'm from Chicago. I'm a poet. I'm a playwright. I'm a DJ. I'm a domestic violence survivor. My own organization called Purple Pieces. We're rescuing women out of domestic violence every single day. Uh, well, 23 years ago, on August 18th, I got strangled to death. Well, I was actually dead for real, and came back to life by the grace of God. So now I'm going around trying to save other people's lives and doing what I can to make sure that others don't go through what I went through as a result of domestic violence. So yeah, so here I am. How you guys doing?
Okay. Yeah. So Janine, you went by that very quickly.
Huh? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm getting a lot of distractions from your end.
Yeah,
Do you have
I'm
any?
actually, excuse me, guys, but I'm in a car talking to you. So yeah, that's probably why you can't see me that clear.
No, I'm getting a lot of feedback from you, like a lot of distractions.
Oh no, we get it.
Okay, all right. So you run that by that. Could you please slow down and tell us a little bit of your story from the beginning? How did you find yourself in that situation
How did I find myself in what situation?
where you were happy and thriving to becoming a victim of domestic violence?
Well, I was in a relationship with this guy for 3 years. I was living in Atlanta, and I was in a relationship with him for 3 years. The first 2 years were great, were wonderful. We barely even argue with each other. But then the last year, it was just bad. It was like every day it was something, 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 something. So what I had did was I got tired of everything that was going on. So I went to work one day. I was working at a law firm. I went to work one day and I told my supervisor that I was leaving, and I told her that I was in domestic violence. She said she kind of knew, but she was just waiting on me to say something. So I told her, I said, well, if, because I was doing collections. At the time, I was like one of the top collectors. And I told her, I said, well, if I make enough on my paycheck, combining with my bonus check, if I make enough, I said, I'm going to buy me a car and I'm going home to Chicago. So I'm not ever coming back. And she was like, okay. So on my lunch break, I ended up getting both my checks together. I think it was like 3,500 or something like that. So I went and brought me a 96 purple Lumina and drove all the way to Chicago. I got to Chicago, and maybe like about a week later, I forgot my mother used to send me like FedEx care packages. So what the guy that I was with, he's born and raised in Atlanta. So he had never been to Chicago a day in his life, really. So what he did was he tore the address off of one of the FedEx boxes, got on a Greyhound, and literally found me. Um, One day I was walking down my mother's parking lot, and I just heard something, somebody say Nina, but it kind of registered like I know this is not who I think it is. You know what I mean? It was almost one of those like it can't be because he in Atlanta. So all of a sudden I heard it again, and this time I looked and I'm like, oh shit, it is him. So I ran, like running down my mother's driveway. And when I got to the door, he had caught me because my keys, I'm trying to hurry up and open up the door, my keys fumbling and everything. So he put a gun to my back and told me that if I don't go in my house and tell my mother that I lied about him, that he was going to kill both of us. At the point, I'm not going to lie to you, I really didn't care about me because I felt like he was killing me anyway. So what I did was I had, was like really worried about my mom. So I went in the house and, told her that I lied about him and all this other stuff. So he literally pushed me out the way and was like, all right, if y'all, any one of y'all next say something, I'm gonna shoot both of y'all. So now I'm getting mad because you're not finna shoot my mother. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely are not finna shoot my mother. So we stayed at my mother's house for like I want it's like a week or so. So my mother, like back at that time in like 2000, 2001, cell phones weren't really all that technical like they are now.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother had left and went to work. No, she had a doctor's appointment. I'm sorry, because she had breast cancer, so she had a doctor's appointment that day. And he made me get in my car, like get in my car. So he pulled the gun out on me and was like, "You going your ASS back to Atlanta?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm here with my mom. I'm not going nowhere with you." So he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yes, you are." So we ended up fighting, and he was ended up like pistol whipping me with the gun and everything. So he made me get back in the car. When we was driving, I'm trying to figure out a way to get to my mama to let her know what happened, but I couldn't. So we driving back to Atlanta. As we was driving back to Atlanta, he like hitting on me, and we fighting in the car. So when we finally got to Atlanta, he was like fighting me so bad that his mom literally came outside and she was trying to help me fight him. So eventually, he ran away, couldn't find him. The police came, and so I ended up staying at his mother's house for a couple of days. He wasn't there, but I ended up staying there with her for a couple of days. So one day I told her, I said, well, I'm going to go back to the apartment and get my like birth certificate and social security card and stuff like that. And then I'm
Mm-hmm.
going back to Chicago. She's like, you going to be okay? I was like, yeah, I'm going to be all right. He probably over to one the house. That was the girl he was cheating on me with. So I said he
Mm-hmm.
probably over to one the house. So I'd be all right. So I
Mm-hmm.
went back to my apartment, and the way the apartment was set up, it's the kitchen, it's the second bedroom, it's the bathroom. Then my room is straight ahead. So I walked past my bathroom, and as soon as I like got like all the way past my bathroom with my foot like in the door of my bedroom, I just felt like a force that was like on my neck so hard it literally felt like a building fell on me. That's how hard the pressure was, and I'm literally hearing stuff pop in my neck. And what happened was he was choking me, like strangling me from the back. So we both fell on our knees on the side of my bed. And the only thing I remember was, like the kids say, doing number one and number two on myself at the same time. My body like, doing its last waste. And then I could remember like coming in and out. And the last time I came in, he got up and like went on the side of the bed and sat on the side of the bed and gave me this real mean look. And I just remember this light. And I kept going closer towards this light. I'll never forget that light as long as I live. It was like super bright. And once I reached to that light, I all of a sudden like went out again, like was out. And I remember coming back in vaguely. And I remember like a nurse saying, Miss Hall, we thought we lost you. And that was like the last thing I remember about that. So sad, safe to say I passed away and came back to life.
Wow.
Yeah, by the grace of God. Uh-huh.
Wow.
So
First,
here I am.
I just want to say
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. A lot of us, and I said us, including myself, a lot of us, we are in situations where we are in domestic violence relationships, and it is hard for us to leave. It is hard for us to make a decision to leave, whether it be out of fear or concerns for our life. So, what that experience after you came out of that, right? What what
Uh-huh.
was next for you? Did they
Okay.
press charges on him, or did they find him? What happened?
You said, did he find me?
Did they press charges? Did you press charges? What happened with him?
So this is what happened. Like maybe like I want to say that was August the 18th, 2001 when that situation happened. In 2003, I was back in Chicago and I got a call from Columbus, Ohio, state's attorney's office. And what happened was they asked me was I mean yeah. So they were saying that he had moved to Columbus, Ohio, and was dating this other young lady, right? So he had abused her. So she got him locked up, but they knew that she was gonna drop the charges on him. So what they said that I had an open case against him from Atlanta. I'm like, an open case. They was like, yeah. So I was like joking with the lady, like, so you mean to tell me all them paper trails and all them cases I put on him, something finally stuck? So she was like, yeah. So she's like, if you can, we will want you to come down here to Columbus so we can tie your case to hers because we know that she gonna drop the charges. And the lady was like, I am like really mad. She was like, it seemed like he is nothing but a predator. He keeps doing this to women and keep getting away with it and keep getting away with it. She said, but you could be the one person that can literally shut him down because he had like attempted murder on you because you passed away and you came back. So she was like, you can be the one who can finally put him away. And I was like, okay. So I went down there to Columbus, Ohio, and naturally the girl she did drop charges on him. But they, once they called my name and he saw me in that courtroom, he had his head down and literally was shaking his head in his hands because he knew it was over. He knew it was
Yes,
over.
yes.
Yeah.
So what did you do
So
when you
they
saw
had
him in that courtroom?
what did I do?
Hmm. How did you
I'm
feel?
not gonna lie to you. I felt good. I felt good because I knew it was about to be over. I am
Hmm.
not gonna lie to you. I felt so good because I knew it was over.
Wow.
Yeah,
I would feel good
yeah.
too.
I felt good. I'm not gonna even lie to you. So what they had did was I felt like they should have gave him more time. They gave him 15 years that he had to serve consecutively. So I did my documentary that I have on YouTube called the Janine Hall story. Y'all need to go check that out. It's almost at 200,000 views. So the day that I made that documentary, which was in 2019, the day I made that documentary, like about a couple of days later, he got out of jail from serving them 15 years. So I want to say maybe like months later, he went on Facebook and found me,
Oh
and
my.
he sent to try to send a message to me saying that he saw my documentary. He was sorry. He wished he could have did better and all this other stuff. I didn't even answer it, so I didn't answer him back or anything. I just blocked him from everything, so he won't be able to contact me anymore. But he tried calling me while he was locked up. I called the jail and told him I needed to speak to the warden. So the warden called me back after an hour later, called me back, and I told him I'm the one put him in there. I don't want to
Mm,
talk to him. So I don't know
mm,
what you got to do, but please make it to the point to where he never called my number again. So I
mm-hmm.
don't know what he said to him, but he never called me again while he was in jail.
Wow. So what since you went through this experience and in the beginning you said that you use your because of that experience you have been trying to help people who are in this the situation of domestic violence to get help. So what are some of the things that you have done to help other people get help for those who are in domestic violence relationship?
Uh, Well, I help them get like clothes and I help them get shelter. Just whatever they need so they can be out of that situation for good and be safe. If they need like help going back home, because a lot of women I hear, because of guys because of the guys they call themselves loving, not knowing they were just lusting. So if they need to get back home or whatever they need, I make sure I get it for them so they can be,
Hold on, Janine.
safe.
Janine, do you have
Uh-huh.
another device that is playing? Because I can hear it in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my family in the car.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So no, whatever they need to survive or whatever they need to, to be safe. That's what I do is provide it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I go get them wherever they are and bring them to safety.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
So
So do you have a
so
non-profit?
far,
Do you have a
I'm
non-profit
sorry.
do you have a non-profit organization where you where people can go to if they need help?
Have I ever been in a situation where a lot of people ask for help?
No, I said, do you have a non-profit organization or something that could, allow people to call you to get some help?
Yes. My nonprofit is called Purple Pieces.
Purple Pieces.
Yeah,
How do you
yeah,
say
Purple
that?
Pieces.
Purple Pieces?
And you spell it just how you say it, Purple Pieces.
I'm typing it so that they can
I
see
can
purple pieces of okay
pieces,
pieces. Oh, pieces. Yeah, I got it. Pieces.
pieces. And then they can also have my phone number as well. I'm on Facebook, Janine Hall. I'm on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, Janine Hall 42. Yeah, so I'm reachable. And I
Okay.
don't just do all 50 states. No matter where they are, I can come get them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you only service the Chicago area?
I don't. I go all 50 states.
Oh wow, awesome. Now I wanted to ask you a very important question. I know you in the car and you're going to another event. I want to ask you a very important question.
Yeah.
What has this experience done for you after you got out of that situation? God helped you. You resuscitated. What has that situation driven in you?
You know what? It has humbled me so much and kept me grounded so hard. It's now I'm learning that what I've been through didn't go in vain because I'm helping. It was for someone else. Like, you know what I mean? I'm helping
Yes.
save other people's lives. So
Yes.
that's what one somebody told me one day. What you went through is not for you, it's for somebody else. And I said, well, if I had to go through what I went through to save somebody else, then so be it. I know it didn't go in vain. So it really has humbled me, and it really has grounded me so much.
And this is what And for a lot of people who have been through similar situations, this is what these experiences do for them. It humbles them. It humbles them.
Yeah,
It gives
yeah,
you that drive. It gives you that ability to find strength from within yourself, to find it, to help other people. You have that burning desire to not want somebody to go through the things that you went through. And so it's almost your purpose becomes not letting somebody else go through that situation. If they are in there, how you can help them.
right, yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Janine, if you want to hear more about Janine's story, could you please tell them again on YouTube where your YouTube station and where you can find you?
Okay, so I have a book on Amazon called Memoirs of a Survivor. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. It's about my whole entire story. I have a documentary on YouTube called the Janine Hall Story. JaninehAll. And there's my book, yay! Hall Story. So yeah, guys, go check that out. Leave a comment if you leave a comment. I check my comments every day. I will respond to you when you leave me a comment. So yeah. Then I
Wow.
have poetry on YouTube too as well. So yeah,
Okay. So
I'm YouTubeable.
I said on YouTube, Baba. I've never heard this one before on YouTube. Okay. So let me hear some of the before let me get I'm so proud of you, Janine, because you were here with us. And it's a blessing. It is a
Thank
blessing.
you.
And your smile and your laugh is so contagious. You are so full of life. And I can see you are so driven. You are so passionate about what you're doing. You know, I can hear it in your voice. I can see it in your eyes. It's in your smile. It's written all over you, okay? I remember when I saw that poem, and I'm gonna bring you back to the poem one day. I remember when we met in Chicago, and I saw that poem. Okay, I heard you read that poem. I felt it from the tip of my toes because to the last strand in my hair. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is powerful. Yes, and so and I was told a little bit about your story. I said, I have got to get this lady to come here and tell a story. I don't am missing one question I need to ask. It sticks in my head. You said you felt something on your head, okay? And
Mhm.
you felt the and then you felt like, was it choking you? Or I want to get a full picture. Was it choking you? What was it doing to you? I'm sorry if
Yeah, he
it's
was
too much, don't
choking.
say.
He was choking me. Yeah, he was literally he was strangling me, and like a lot of glands or something in my neck had like popped and was messed up. So to this day, I'm glad to be alive. Yes, but the only two things that like happen to me now, like when I eat, a lot of times my food gets like stuck in my throat, and it's like be like days and weeks before it go down, and then
Wow.
I'm always like choking, like my like throat gets like super duper dry, and I start choking. But those are the only two effects of what happened after the situation. But again, I'm alive.
We are thankful to the Most High God that you are here. And Janine, I'm so proud of the work that you do. Let me tell you some of the comments that you are getting, okay? So
Okay.
one Facebook user, I don't know what was clapping, the other one said, love you ladies. I think it's on my group page. I'm not seeing who the name is. Facebook, oh, Yolanda Carter. And one person said, great job. I don't know who this is. Proud of you. I'm thinking it's Shanita. It's Shanita Mitchell. Yes. Okay, yes. So girl, you have been through a lot, and then you still keep inspiring people, still find the need to help other people to get through this situation. What advice would you give to somebody who find themselves being a victim of domestic violence? What advice would you give to them?
Call me so we can work it out. Call me so I can get them out of it. Yep, call me so I
And
can get
if
them
they
out.
are not,
Cause
And if they
See,
are
a
not
lot
in
of
a
times,
position, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, there's a lot of times we get into these relationships where we think it's love, but it's actually love. You know what I mean? And then once the guy gets you, they're brainwashing you to keep you away from your family. You know, and a lot of times your family might get mad at you because they haven't heard from you in so long, but it's not you. So they have to like understand. Don't charge it to your heart because it's not you. It's the person that you're with. You know, brainwashing you and telling you things to keep you away from everybody, so they can kind of keep you to themselves. You know what I mean? Where you don't have no family. And then another thing, if you're in a relationship with somebody, don't tell them everything. Keep some stuff to yourself because a lot of people they say they don't have nowhere to go. That's the reason why you don't have nowhere to go because you don't told Johnny Bob every place where you can be. Like my auntie stay over
Yes,
here, that's them, or my mama stay here. You know what I mean? So
yes.
some stuff you have to keep for yourself. And if you find yourself in a domestic violence relationship and you want to get out, sometimes you got to make yourself an escape plan. You got to make up an escape plan, and you got to be able to follow that escape plan. Or like I said, call me, I'll get you out.
So Janine, I wanted,
Yes.
I've been meaning to ask you, but I was okay. I've been meaning to ask you since we were talking about your poet. Do you remember your poems offhand?
Yes.
So
Yes.
before we leave, that would be the closing for us. Would you
I
be
knew it. I
willing?
knew it.
Yes, but
I
you're a
knew it. Yes,
poet.
we was
Okay,
doing it.
so
I'm a
yes.
poet and I know it, huh?
Yeah, so before you go ahead and read the poem, okay? I know there was a little feedback and I wasn't hearing you properly, but I know probably the guest must have heard. You know, there's so many things that we can do, and I want one of these days just to have a panel discussion where we can teach people about what don't. Yes, we're gonna talk a little bit about experiences. We've spoken about it, but what exactly the step by step they need to take in order for them to be able, if they find themselves in that situation, what they need to do. So I am putting out there to Yolanda Carter, Shwana, okay, and Janine and some of other ladies. We need to have a discussion as to educate the public as to what they need to
Yes.
do in when
Oh,
they
we
are in the
can.
domestic. Yes, yes. Okay. What are the
Yes.
do's and the don'ts? And it's only going to be about talking about the do's and the don'ts. Okay. We have heard
Okay.
the experiences, so we want that to happen. Okay. So now without further ado, take it away. I'm gonna give
She
you hold
wanted.
on, hold on. I'm gonna put you on full screen. I'm still there, but I'm gonna put you on full screen so that the viewers can pay attention to you. Okay. Did you hear me?
I'm ready. No, I
I
didn't hear
said,
you. I'm sorry.
I said I'm gonna give you full screen so that the viewers can pay attention to you and not look at me. Okay?
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, my love. Take it away.
Okay. She wanted him, but he wasn't good enough. She wanted him, but he wasn't good enough. That boy was poison. Poison. See, newsflash, she was told as a child that you're fast, but she didn't grow up fast and flash forward. She's grown now, and her child's tendency still wouldn't put him out the house. And newsflash, purple was her favorite color. She thought it was a Gemini thing, but flash forward, it ended up being the color used by millions to salute her story. See, he has his own clothing line, wife beaters. His fist abused her. His fist abused her. I don't think y'all heard me. I said his fist abused her because the H is silent. Nobody hears her. Nobody listens. How does she mysteriously fall on her face? Hello, fist. Let me introduce you to I. Nice to meet you. See her blood? It doesn't even bleed blood anymore. It bleeds bruise. It bleeds bruise. It bleeds bruise. It was a song that we used to sing as a child. It was a one eye, one horn, flying purple people eater. Sure looked strange to me. One eye, because he would hit her in it. And it was a one eye, one horn, flying purple people eater. Sure looked strange to me. One horn,
Slow
because it
down,
would come out of his skull the angrier
slow
he
down,
gets. So you can't
slow.
have her, Mr. Purple People Eater. You can't have her. Because see, he already beat you to it. And although everybody knew it, and although while she was singing this song cutely as a child, while not knowing a Mr. Purple People Leader, you were getting her prepared for her future. You were getting her prepared for her future because the Purple said it's okay for her to come around now because she's not writing from his ego or swinging from his anymore. She hasn't seen her family in so long that Mama done grade and Daddy was gonna divorce her, but he stayed. I said, Mama done grade and Daddy was gonna divorce her, but he stayed. See, I wonder what Daddy would have said if he would have seen her face. I wonder what Daddy would have said if he would have seen her face. See, she wore makeup to paint the picture the way her looks used to be, and she wore dark glasses to had the dark secrets in her life. See, no, I wore makeup to paint the picture the way my looks used to be. And I wore dark glasses to hide the dark secrets in my life. I wanted so bad to get away from him, y'all, but he had already marked my body with his territory, walking around proud of his abstract artwork that he had put on me, as if somebody was going to ask him for a business card or something. See, purple taught me about self-love. Purple taught me about self-esteem. See, purple was the color of the bruises that I wore each and every day. And it was so hard for Purple to counsel a lost and unwanted soul that was brainwashed by heat. So I would stitch the word purple across my chest, and I would wear it like a badge of honor. And I would bleed purple blood for each and every domestic violence victim who's not here today to tell his or her story. So the next time you ask me what happened, I'll tell you that my finger is shaped like my 96 Lumen gear shaft because he was on the warpath while it hit me while I was driving. And I'll tell you that the 43 and the 26 stitches that I had to have in my face, the broken bones, the broken noses, the stab wounds on my arms, the stab wounds on my back, was because since I didn't see him, to talk to him or give him my money, he saw it as a sign of disrespect. And I'll tell you that the pistol whippings that I endure each and every day still leave permanent migraine headaches to this day. Because on August the 18th, 2001, I got strangled to death, dead, flatlined, gone. And see, God gave my life back to me and gave him 15 years strong. So please support Domestic Violence Awareness Month, y'all. Not just in October, but each and every day, because it supports my song. I'm so glad I made it. I'm so glad I made it. I made it through. I made it, y'all. Yeah.
Like you got an audience at the back there.
My cousin. My cousin.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful, and I could hear this poem over and over again. Well, Janine, you are such an inspiration, and I'm sure that your story is gonna touch lives. And if you want to hear the story in detail and in depth, you all need to go to her documentary. And when you're done, sorry, go watch her documentary on YouTube. And when you're done, Janine, please, I think you sent me the link. I'm going to put the link up so that they could go and watch the documentary. It is very riveting. It is worth your time, okay? Because it can help somebody who's going through domestic violence abuse. You are so beautiful. You are so talented.
Thank
And
you.
I just want to say thank you, friends, for being patient with her, okay?
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
No problem. Well, Janine, I hope you have a good night. We're gonna talk after that. Okay, sweetheart, I love you. And remember, guys,
love
this
you
is
too.
poetry. This is poetry and perspective with Placide. We are this entire month. We're gonna do domestic violence awareness. We're going to do oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. We are going to do breast cancer awareness. We're going to do pregnancy and child loss, and we're also going to do dwarfism, which is one of my areas of advocacy as well. So I always say, do not tap out. My slogan for this show is let your voice be heard. Don't let anybody silence you. Men like women go through domestic violence. So don't let anybody silence you. Let your voice be heard. And no matter how many times you fall, if you fall, I think Les Brown is on our friend. If you're gonna fall on your back. As long as you can look up, You can, as long as you can look up, you can get up. Okay, all right. And
Yes.
never let failure be that finality for you. Rise because you are deserving and you have a beautiful story to tell and a life to live. I love you guys. Once again, the beautiful
Love you.
Janine Hall with her companions
Okay.
from Personal Perspective with Placide. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good night, okay? Thank you.
You
Okay.
too.
Bye bye.
Good night. All right. Oh my goodness. Who is at my door? Why is it not connected? How did I know you were gonna call me? You did awesome. Thank you. Because you see, you did it, you got it. Guest happy, you happy. You went through